All right, guys. This meeting is being held in accordance with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act. Annual notice of this meeting is published in the Union County Local Source and the Newark Star Ledger. Said notice is posted in the municipal building and a copy is on file with the office of the borough clerk. Fire exits are located in the directions I'm indicating. If you're alerted for fire, please move in a calm, orderly manner to the nearest smoke-free exit. Proper notice having been given, borough clerk is direct to include this statement in the minutes of the meeting. Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Here.
Councilman Johnson.
Here.
Councilman Signorello.
Here.
Councilman Rabina.
Present.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Here.
Councilman Patel is absent. Mayor Signorello.
Here.
You have a quorum, Mayor.
Opening prayer, Pledge of Allegiance.
Eternal God, grant us thy help in all our duties and perplexities. We ask for thy guidance. Give us thy protection in our dangers and sorrows. Grant us thy peace. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Are there no communications? May I have a motion to go out of order, consider Resolution 101-25?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Oh, should I do the, how do I do this?
Cool.
Yeah, keep it rolling.
Just
Is there any discussion? Yeah, but all in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations.
No.
Oh, yeah. Wait,
He's really bad at this. guys.
I'm super bad at this. I'm sorry, bud. You won't forget it.
Go with the script.
May I have a motion? Please read Resolution 101-25 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Resolution 101-25 is appointing John Wilson to the position of patrolman within the Roselle Park Police Department.
May I have a motion to adopt Resolution 101-25 by title?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Now you can clap. All the other new police officers know, like, I'm not great at this. I'm not smooth. I'm sorry, guys, but come on up.
You don't need to move that. Don't move that. Just leave it. No, just leave it without it.
Oh.
You want to bring up, hi. What do you want the whole Bible?
Sweet. So beautiful.
All right, I'm going to come over here. Anybody else want to come up? Okay, sure. Actually, let's turn you guys around. Face the audience. Yep.
Mayor, you're on the other side.
I'm on the other side?
Yep, on the green dot.
Show the green dot? Oh, I'm on the green dot. We're on the red dot. We'll get there. Okay, left hand on the Bible, right hand up.
Yep.
Repeat it. Not me. No, not you. You just hold it. We'll get through this together.
It's okay.
All right, repeat after me. I, John Wilson, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, and do further solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of police patrolman of the Borough of Roselle Park according to the best of my ability, so help me God. I don't know, man.
It's one of those days.
One day I get the hang of it. You can. Go for it.
Congratulations.
Good evening, everybody. So I just want to give a quick bio about John Wilson. John Wilson is a 27-year-old resident of Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. Wilson is a Cardinal McCarrick High School graduate where he graduated in 2015. Following high school, Wilson furthered his education by attending the Middlesex County College, where he earned an associate's degree in police science. In 2019, John Wilson was hired by the Monmouth Beach Police Department as a Class 1 police officer, where he attended the Monmouth County Police Academy, graduating in 2019. Wilson then returned to the Monmouth County Police Academy, graduating in 2021 as a Class 2 Special Police Officer. In August of 2022, John Wilson was hired by the Winfield Park Police Department, where he worked there as a patrolman. Additionally, John Wilson is a certified EMT firefighter, where he volunteers with the Atlantic Highlands Fire Department and Rescue Squad. Wilson comes to this agency with experience in law enforcement, first aid, and fire service. I think he would be an asset to the Roselle Park Police Department and the borough, given his previous experience and resume. I want to wish John Wilson all the best, and I look forward to working with him in the future. Congratulations.
Go for it. Yep, no big deal.
I would like to begin by thanking Chief Brino and the rest of the department for the opportunity to work for this great department. And I'm looking forward to many years and a fun, lasting career. I would like to thank the council and the mayor for their endorsement. And lastly, I would like to thank my family for coming down this road with me in my career in law enforcement and all the support they've given me. Thank you again.
You guys want to take a couple pictures? Yeah, we'll take one together and then we'll get the family up.
You want me to take it?
Hey, where's Mark? Can you come get Val? Or actually, you want to wait? Should we wait? Take a break from meetings?
No, you can do it now.
Yeah, come on.
Ah, so sweet. Beautiful. Aw, very nice. To have grandma and grandpa is the best. Aw.
Congrats, guys. Have a good night. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
This for you, or you?
No, leave it.
Yeah, we'll leave it for the program. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Best one yet.
Have a good night. Thank you. Chief.
Okay. I would now like to call up Rosanna Lyons, Councilwoman Lyons, for acting Mayor Lyons. I shouldn't be putting it out there. It implies like I got hurt or something like that.
I had to defend you.
I appreciate it. Go ahead, show's yours. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mayor and Council and Roselle Park residents, and welcome everyone. It's beautiful to see this room filled. So we just want to take a few moments and honor some women tonight. When I first began with my council position 2 years ago, I did come up with Woman of the Year, and I was surprised it didn't happen as of that time. And again, I started it because I really just wanted to acknowledge and celebrate women. Roselle Park is full of just like richness and diversity, and I know that there could be some, I'll just say in layman's terms, some craziness online, but for me and my heart, it's really to bring unity. So I love that a lot of people actually nominated a lot of women for this year. So the other thing that I also wanted to do is really how many of us pass each other and do not know each other's story. And I personally would love to get to know people's story. I was able to read everyone's remarks of why they nominated that person, and it was beautiful. It's a story of being an entrepreneur. It's a story of selflessness, of dedication into our youth. And for me, and for all of us, it's really about leaving a legacy and really for our children. I have to say and give my mom a shout out just in case she's watching. The woman of the year for my life is my mom all the time. She's an amazing woman. She came here to America in 1969, and she taught me, and she's teaching my daughter. And again, also an amazing woman. She's 22, and it's my daughter. She is a dreamer, but she's a doer. She's selfless and respectful and caring. So I'm so proud to even just talk about them for 2 seconds. But without further ado, I'm actually gonna get this here, get the whole thing here. Yeah, we're gonna do this together. So what I wanted to do is actually acknowledge the nominees, because we do have a Woman of the Year, but like I said, the nominees, it was so hard to choose one, but that's a good problem. So we're just gonna go through each name, and from, like I said, the things that I thought about when I was writing about them was they're powerful, yet gentle, they're vibrant, they're supportive, they're dedicated, generous, kind, loving, selfless. And again, they're working always towards the next generation. So without further ado, if the first person, Karina Moscaso. Am I saying it right? Please come up, Karina. Here you go. If you could just stay up here as well, okay? Sorry, thank you. Sorry, there's a little card in there for me. Laura Bundy, please come up. Give it up for Laura. Thank you. There's a little card in there. Okay. Luz Caraballo, is she here? No? Okay. Miriam Cespedes. Thank you. Maria Cuna is not here, right? Okay. Wendy, this is a hard name. Wendy Googly. Hi, Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. Carmen Morales, please come up. Woohoo! Amazing, beautiful. You're all beautiful. Okay, and hold on. So real quick, before I bring up the Woman of the Year, again, these women are amazing. They're nominated, and I want to honor you all because each one of you are so amazing, and I thank you for coming and showing up and showing the people of Roselle Park who you are. I hope to work with you. I'm here for you. If there's anything that I could personally do, I sincerely say that. I'm not just saying it to say it, so please reach out to me and to all of us, because working as a team is better, and I adore you, and I thank God for each of you. Okay, so without further ado, the Woman of the Year, when I first started really doing things, I grew up in Roselle Park, so it's not like I just came in 3 years ago, I have to say that. So I've been here all my life. But this woman was there at everything that I went to. I saw her as a selfless person, dedicated person, there for the children, and just with everything that I had said, just like the rest of these women, but there's something there that she's just relentlessly dedicated, and it was such a beautiful honor. Her husband wrote something amazing about her, and I just wanted to honor her. We all want to honor her. Please give it up for Tina Schwartz. Congratulations, Tina. You got to say the middle name. So, Rigigliano.
Risigliano.
Risigliano. Okay. But congratulations, Woman of the Year 2025. We are all together, and we just, again, you all are just a piece of this community, and we could not do things without you. So we really appreciate every single thing that you do. Would you like to say something?
Just that I'm among good company. Thank you, and thanks for this award.
Of course, it's beautiful to recognize. And one more applause, please, for everybody here. And I'd like to give you guys flowers as well, okay?
I'm not going to give you a rose because I know your husband. I'm sorry, I don't know.
We have so many.
Really just
You're whipping. About tip into the middle.
Should we get a group picture?
Yes, please.
Mark, you might be an official photographer tonight. Let's move. Yeah, let's come in front, guys. And then you should be in the middle, Tina, right? Yes. Ladies, want to come over here? Yeah. I gotta get.
Squeeze in.
Cool.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much.
Can we get a round of applause for Councilwoman Lyons? What a sweet idea that she started a couple 2 years ago now. That's really nice. This is the best one yet. It was a good idea having the nominees in too.
Yes.
Okay. Joe P, come on up. Oh, and Greg. Okay, yeah.
I'm letting
The big dog first. All right. So I'm going to hand this over to Greg and Joe P. But do we have any floor layers from Local 251? And then anybody from Costa's here, or well, I know Vic's not here from Duncan. That's okay. Well, so we just want to recognize once again all the people that have been putting in time for the American Legion, and I'll kick it off to Councilman Petrosky.
Thank you, Mayor. I started hanging at the Legion, and there was a lot of issues there. That the building's over 100 years old, and we needed to spruce it up a little bit. So originally, the talk was about the steps in the front. We got the steps in the front. The painters came and painted the front, and then we got the floor done down by the bar, and it looks beautiful, okay? And actually, to be honest with you, they showed up with 20 guys to lay that floor. And I'd like to bring Adolfo De Cosmo up here. No, come on. I appreciate all you did. Again, one thing about me, I don't take credit unless it was me. But this guy knows a lot of people in the unions, and he was able to get a lot of people to come down. And the building, like Greg, looks beautiful. Right, Greg? And the next thing we're doing are the two new bathrooms down there at the bar. So that we got the tile donated so far. So again, I appreciate all the the certificate for the floor layers, Local 251, that came down. And like I said, 20 guys showed up, like that. I also want to thank Vic from Dunkin' Donuts on Westfield Avenue. He donated coffee, bagels, and donuts. And then I want to also thank Nicola, who donated pizza that day after the lunch. So Again, if you're not, stop down the Legion and see the improvement. It really looks beautiful. Okay, I'm going to call the names up.
I'll take the certificate.
Okay,
Yeah, I want you to call the names.
okay.
Yes.
Okay, Bob Meyer. Jordan Leone. Pete Pasquale. Steve Danson. Anthony Haynes. John Stoles. Joe De Silva. Ron Kemple. Al Hudson. David Poth. Joe Diminick. Joe Slattery. Chris Simone. Greg Reese. Edgar Barrios. Jeffrey Walsh. And of course, the business agent is Sergio Fedesco. And again, I want to thank all these gentlemen that came down. And like I said, I stopped down there, and boy, I tell you, 20 guys working together, and they got it done. So it does look good. Again, I want to thank Costa's Restaurant, Nicola Cristoforo, and Brian Alger, and of course Dunkin' Donuts of Roselle Park, Vic Aurora. I also want to thank Councilman Greg Johnson, who is a veteran and everything, and he's been a member down there for a while. And I know he was commander down there, and like I said, we're going to fix that place up that the guys can feel proud of. But I know he's going to be mad at me, but I also want to thank this guy right here. He doesn't want me to give him any credit, but he's the one that got the ball rolling, and I do really appreciate it, everything. And like I said, the floors look great and everything, and like I said, well, hopefully we get the painters down there, we get the new bathroom, and
We just got it donated from Cecil Tile.
yeah, we got the tile donated, so it won't cost us anything for the tile. And, so once we get that going,
And I want to thank you for unloading that truck, because I couldn't do 100 boxes.
Yeah. Yeah, the tile came the other day, and Councilman Johnson and Joe Verdun Jr. came down and unloaded 100 boxes?
About 100 boxes.
Boxes of tile. So they're going to come as soon as possible. But again, I want to thank Balfo. Thank you.
Everybody, it's a group effort.
I know, but I really appreciate all your contacts. Councilman Johnson, you want to say a few words?
Just a few fun facts. The American Legion Post 60 been around since April 1928. So we're coming up on our 100-year anniversary for the local post. However, the American Legion's been around since 1911. Again, ever since Joe joined us at the post, he's just been a strong advocate with rebuilding our post up. It's been dilapidated for some time, and the work that these guys have put in is tremendous. So again, we have a couple of other things that are going to come down the pike later on. I'll be reciting those things during my council report, other things which we can give back to the veterans in the community, and we're going to keep on fighting and keep on striving to make Roselle Park inclusive and also stronger and support the veterans. So thank you very much. Thank you everybody for coming, and thank you, Joe, again, for your strong leadership and advocacy.
Thank you, Mayor.
Mark's not here, but I just want to give Mark a huh? Oh, hey. I didn't see you. Oh, good. Nick of time, bro. Come on up. Let's go. Oh, did he really? I thought I told Russ. I gotta get your number. I should have just texted you. We'll do it right now. You want to come over this side? So we talked about this a little bit in the last meeting when Russ was here, and when I first got elected, Chestnut Street was in much worse shape than it is now. We can see there's a lot of new businesses opening up. We've got a cafe opening up. We've got a gym opening up.
got a Wingstop opening up. We're getting real exotic. Got a Verizon store. We're getting wild here in Roselle Park. But it's really important to have cornerstone investments in Roselle Park. And I was terrified post-Ida, what was going to happen to Dowlings? Were you guys going to go? Were you going to leave? Could we find you a place in Roselle Park? And you and Russ and from Kilkenny's Barry have all done so much for the downtown because it takes a village here. It takes the government and it takes the private sector to really rebuild this stuff. And I cannot tell you as mayor how appreciative I am for the risk that you guys took and all the effort you have. So round of applause for Dowlings real quick. And I go to Dowlings less because they fill those drinks way too strong, much stronger than Frenchies. So things get fuzzy after I go. Good. Yeah, Frank does. He does all right. It's cheaper there too, for me at least. But one of our own, Mark, was the Grand Marshal for the 2025 St. Patrick's Day Parade, and just want to recognize this and appreciate you and give you a little certificate of our appreciation, Mark. So awesome. One more round of applause for Mark. And I don't know if you want to say
I just want to say thank you to the mayor and town council today. We really appreciate this. This was Saturday was an incredible day. It didn't rain, which is great. So we had a really, really fun day to celebrate the 28th annual Union County St. Patrick's Day Parade. The party was strong at Dowlings on Saturday. It was great to see everyone. A lot of family and friends came out. But I just want to say thank you. This is a great honor, and I really appreciate it. And Dowlings is not going anywhere for a very, very long time. So thank you.
Sure.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Take it easy. Get them safe. Yeah, of course.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Take care, Mark.
I don't want to leave it. It's kind of awkward over there. That's got it. Thanks, Dennis. It's in my way. No? Oh, whatever. Okay. All right. The meeting gets pretty boring from here. But if you guys want to stick around, go for it. May I have a motion to approve meeting minutes pending any corrections?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion that bills and payrolls be not read and passed for payment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to open the public portion on agenda items only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
If you'd like to come up and speak on agenda items, you may do so now. I am seeing no one. May I have a motion to close the public portion on agenda items only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We had the reports last time. Is there any, Andrew, do you guys have anything you want to spout off?
I do have, Ken, do you have anything? No. I do just have one thing. There was a press release put out a little while ago, and in the spirit of factualness, about Women's History Month and Council President Lyons. There was a correction that needed to be issued. The actual first female council president in the 21st century was Councilwoman Charlene Story. So I was asked to make that correction. We're going to issue a formal correction as well. Just wanted to make that correction on the record. Thank you.
But recent history, you got it.
No, but what's true is true. That's good.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Yeah, may I have a motion to accept the reports of departments as submitted?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, please read ordinance number 2708 by title along with, was that?
2808.
What did I say? 27. It's, he wrote 2708. Thank you.
Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy. Please read ordinance number 2808 by title, along with the report and recommendations received from the municipal land use board with respect thereto.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance number 2808 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance amending Chapter 40, Section 3303 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park, entitled Affordable Housing Programs, with specific amendments to Paragraph B, entitled Affordable Housing Set-Aside Requirement for Residential Development, including areas in need of redevelopment or rehabilitation. And the report of the Land Use Board is as follows. dated March 19th. Please be advised, the Roselle Park Municipal Land Use Board reviewed ordinance number 2808, an ordinance amending Chapter 40, Section 3303 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Affordable Housing Programs with specific amendments to paragraph B entitled Affordable Housing Set-Aside Requirement for Residential Development, including areas in need of rehabilitation or redevelopment, and the board unanimously voted to refer the ordinance back to the mayor and council without reservation for adoption.
Mouthful. May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2808?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Would anybody like to come up and speak on this ordinance? I'm seeing no one. May I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2808?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2808?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yeah, Mayor, just briefly again, this ordinance was put in place to try to increase the affordable housing component, to try to mitigate and also get to our number a little bit faster here in Roselle Park. We're trying to comply with stage 4, is that right? Step 4?
Round 4.
Round 4, excuse me, thank
Yeah.
you. That was the proper, round 4. So, I mean, this is a good thing. I think the courts see it as a good thing, and that's why this was introduced.
Cool. Rock on. Call the roll?
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Urbina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
Councilman Patel is absent, 5 in the affirmative. The ordinance is adopted.
Cool. Please read ordinance number 2809 by title.
Yes, Mayor, ordinance 2809 is an ordinance for second reading and public hearing, an ordinance amending Chapter 2 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Administration, establishing a new Section 64 thereof, entitled Veterans Grant Writing Assistance Program.
May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance number 2809?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Would anybody like to come up and speak on this ordinance? I'm seeing no one. May I have a motion to close the public hearing on ordinance number 2809?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2809?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mayor, just briefly, again, it just takes a community to care and through action. And, it's one thing that we always say that we support the veterans, and I appreciate everyone saying that they support the veterans, but going forward, we need to see action about supporting the veterans. And that's what this ordinance is about, so thank you.
Awesome.
Okay. Anybody else? I have a motion to adopt ordinance number 2809. Oh, can I call the roll?
Councilman
Andrew.
Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Urbina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
And 5 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is adopted.
Please read ordinance number 2810 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2810 is an ordinance for introduction, an ordinance amending Chapter 40 of the Code of the Borough of, the Borough of Roselle Park, entitled Land Use, implementing design standards for signage in the B2 Central Business District.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2810 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing as April 17th, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? So just so what everybody knows here, this is a thank you, Andrew, for getting this on the agenda. I really appreciate it. It's been a long time coming. We, as I alluded to before, for anybody who's watching, there's a lot of new openings coming up in the downtown, which is very exciting. Part of the frustration I have, though, with Chestnut Street, and it won't get fixed overnight, but I'm appreciative council passed a similar ordinance last year for facades, right? Basically means anybody who opens up a new business and makes changes to a downtown business has to adhere to certain standards, right? Using neutral colors. If there's historical, like brick face on the building, we encourage tearing it down to that so you have the historic look and feel, matching the rest of the downtown, right? We have sort of a thing that's all over the place. We have like a metal building out of nowhere, with all due respect to the, boxing place. Like, there's not a whole lot of coherence with the downtown look and feel. This is wave 2 of trying to establish that. So now when you have signage in the downtown, there will be some parameters broadly that will make that signage, everybody will have their own look and feel, but there'll be similarities in a level of cohesion. So hope the council votes in favor of this, and I don't know if anybody else has any discussion. Please call the roll, Andrew.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Urbina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is introduced and will be referred to the Land Use Board.
Okay, please read ordinance number 2811 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2811 is an ordinance for introduction, an ordinance amending Chapter 27 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Sewers, with specific amendments to Article 2 entitled Obstructions and Breaks.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2811 for introduction and fix a date for second reading and public hearing as April 3rd, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Is Is there any discussion?
Yes, Mayor, briefly, I'm sorry.
Yeah, all good.
The reason for this introduction is back a couple years back, when we first began to televise the sewers, we came across a sewer hole that was filled to the top, and I was just shocked and perturbed at the same time that it was filled with debris off of Walnut Street. Later on, if we move the timeline along, we had a presentation where we seen other sewer holes along underneath Roselle Park, also filled and being abruptly with obstructions and breaks from the utilities companies. Now, we're quick to hold residents accountable. I don't want to hurt the utility companies, but they have to be held accountable too. So this ordinance just seems like it makes sense to try to mitigate and to help also residents also, because sometimes it's not just Mother Nature. Sometimes it's the utility companies, and so maybe they may need to be gone after if they are doing things inappropriately or improper as well. So I just think that this brings balance to Roselle Park, and other communities have some similar ordinances as much. So thank you, Andrew, for putting this together, helping me with this. I always want to thank Andrew. I know he's tired of me with my legislation, but I appreciate it. I couldn't do these legislations without Andrew.
Thank you.
It goes even worse than that. I don't know. When was it didn't we have there was flooding in one of was it Grant or something like that? And we realized that it was a broken pipe from American Water, and it was just leaking out into our stormwater system, which I'm sure Elizabeth was billing us for. So, yeah, well said, Councilman Johnson. I think this is a good idea, and yeah, cool. Any further discussion?
Yeah, sure. Just a correction, the title block, entitled Obstructions and Breaks. Just look at that before we pass this.
What's the issue?
I'll make the amendment.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
I'll make it's a typographical error.
That's it.
Okay, it's de minimis. We don't need to change that, right?
No.
Okay, yeah.
Just
Okay,
Next one.
cool. Cool. Call the roll, Andrew.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Rabina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is introduced.
Okay, 2812.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2812 is an ordinance for introduction, ordinance amending Chapter 27, Section 6, Subsection 3 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Imposition of Charges.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2812 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing as April 3rd, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Please call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
Yes.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
Yes.
Councilman Rabina.
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons.
Yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, Mayor. The ordinance is introduced.
Please read ordinance number 2813 by title.
Yes, Mayor. Ordinance 2813 is an ordinance amending Chapter 10, Section 4 of the Subsection 4.1 of the Code of the Borough of Roselle Park entitled Recreation Fees Enumerated.
May I have a motion to approve ordinance number 2813 for introduction and fix the date for second reading and public hearing as April 3rd, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Is there any discussion? I just want to follow up on something. So I know these rec fees, we had a whopper of an increase last year. We have a little bit of an increase this year. I just wanted to follow up with our conversation. I don't know if I sent it around, but we did do a sort of analysis of surrounding areas. Do you remember the numbers off the top of even with these increases, we're still anywhere from $90 to $300 cheaper than our local competitors?
It's $100, at least $100 a month less.
Yeah, so $1,200 a year. So I know it stinks, but I really, we have great people there who we need to retain and pay. And candidly, this year there's actually a bigger gap between when school ends versus when the summer program ends. So our guys are going to have to work even harder. And at the end of the day, the town's still ponying up half of the fees that are going there. The rec fees are still paying for only half of this. So, we're asking people to reach a little bit deeper to access these services, but it's still a pretty good, in my opinion, value for the resident. So.
Yeah, I wanted to share a discussion. I was the one that told Andrew to do an analysis. So I wanted to agree with the mayor. We are one of the cheapest in the area. The only concern that I had was that we went up a year ago from 250 to 300%, and we talked about it as council that we were going to try not to raise it substantial. I mean, right now it's close to 17% raise. I mean, I wanted to propose, I get it, we got to find balance. I wanted to propose maybe a cost of living increase instead, which would be like in New Jersey from 4.2 to 5%. But again, I'm all right with what Mayor and Council come up with. I do understand that there has to be a balance between fees and government and things of that nature. I just like to, if as a governing body we say that we're going to, in the future, not raise it substantial, I just wouldn't like to be like a person of my word. So other than that, I would only propose, and if it gets voted down, that's fine, that we change the recreational to 5% increase versus a 17% increase for families. And what had me thinking is, because this wouldn't affect me financially, but back when Congressman Payne was going around asking for Medicaid, and he did the same thing, he said it doesn't affect him financially, but there are families that it do affect. And I just wanted Roselle Park governing body to keep that in mind.
Okay, so is that a motion?
So I wanted to make a motion to, just for the aftercare and concern, everything else could stay the same, and I like the late fees because people can't stay there and watch kids beyond the time, to about 5% instead of 17 or 16.96%
Okay.
increase.
Is there a second on the motion? Oh,
I just need to understand what that is, because it's not, is it for every fee?
No, I think the
Right,
other
like-
fees
like
are
that,
reasonable. I think every fee is reasonable except for the aftercare and the homework club, that section.
So all the other amendment, like for
Yeah, I think
basketball
everything
and all-
else is good.
Okay, so just for the after-school program?
Yes.
Okay.
And if not, we could just move it on, but that's what my,
So it's a motion to amend so that the after-school program fees would be 5% as opposed to what they're proposed to?
exactly.
Okay, so that's a motion by Councilman Johnson.
is there a second?
I'll second that.
What does it come out to? Dollar amount?
It's very small amount. I think it's like a $70 increase. Depends which one you're looking at for the fees.
So instead of,
I should have brought the calculation. I had the calculation at home. I didn't bring it.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah.
But I know this increase aftercare is 16.9, like 97 or 77, so it's a little bit substantially higher than the cost of living.
Yeah, I'd like to remind the Finance Committee that obviously some of these projections are based into the number that you guys have projected right now, right? So a decrease in revenue here could yield an increase in the tax increase per household, right? So something to consider as part of that.
It's fair to vote it down. I just wanted.
Yeah.
I just wanted to introduce it.
Yep, just want to give everybody the full picture.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a motion and a second. There's no discussion on motions if memory
No.
serves, right? Oh, there is?
A motion to amend, you have a discussion on a motion to amend, you don't have a discussion on a motion to table.
Okay, yeah. So I would just say, yeah, I would reiterate, like, I'm totally fair, Councilman. I just think somebody's paying for it, right? So either it's coming out of the fees or like whatever number you guys have cooked up, I've heard rumors of it, like that number's gonna go up, right? So if it's $100 a household, which I think is less than that, then it could go up to 110, whatever. I'm making the number up, right? So somebody's paying for it, right? There's no magic pot of money here, so. Any further discussion on the motion? Please call the roll, Andrew.
Councilman Petrosky?
Yes.
Councilman Johnson?
Yes.
Councilman Signorello?
Yes.
Councilman Rabina?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lyons?
yes.
5 votes in the affirmative, the motion is agreed to. So the proposed ordinance is amended.
Okay. Do I have, I guess there's further discussion now? I don't remember.
Now
I
you
haven't
need
noticed in a
to
while.
introduce as amended.
Okay. Do I have a motion to introduce as amended?
So moved.
Second.
I'm so sorry.
Is there any discussion?
Mayor, can you clarify, or Andrew, clarify what we're discussing right now? So I'm.
Also, now you're discussing the ordinance as amended. So you voted to amend the ordinance to cap the after-school recreation program fees at an increase of not what is printed, but 5%, whatever those numbers are. And now you'd be voting on a motion to introduce it as you amended it.
So let me make it concrete,
So
right?
if you vote yes, you're introducing the ordinance. If you vote no, you're not introducing the ordinance. Does that make it concrete?
Yes,
Yes, thank you.
yes.
Yeah. So this is, you guys are increasing the fees for whatever other fees, but basically the
After school.
the after-school thing would be, I don't know what the numbers are, right? But let's just say it's $1,000. If it was going to go up $1,200, now it's going to go up to $1,000 and $1,050, right? So, yeah, so I need, if you guys want to, I mean, you amended it, right? So if you want to, then I need a motion to approve it.
Have it. Have the motion. Have the
Okay,
motion
so
and
a
a
second.
second. It just-
A
it
second.
just-
So is there any discussion on this?
Everybody clear what they're voting on?
You guys got it?
Are you still, are you
I
unclear?
believe I understand, because just for discussion, we're working aggressively to keep a lean budget. And like you said, Mayor, that I don't have a clue what it will change. And we were hoping.
You voted yes on the amendment.
No, I know that. No, I actually, but look, to be honest with you, I'm a little confused, right? So I'm going to be.
I would like to know what the dollar amount's going to be, just so we can now build it into the budget that everybody's going to have to pay for, tax-wise, so.
I'll make it concrete.
That's
if I-
just so it's
And
transparent.
I will say respectfully, we probably could
respectfully,
curtail other things, and I don't think it'll be that significant or drastic as
No, that's fine, and I'm
maybe
fine. And
implied.
I'm amenable to that, I'm absolutely agreeable to it. I just
No,
want it
no,
black
no,
and white,
I-
so
yes,
we
I
have it.
should have
and we're
brought that.
So for example, so if we're just looking at the recreation after-school program, which would be on page 41 of everybody's agenda packet. So the individual homework club fee, which is right now $1,200, which these will all go into effect for the next September of '25, right? So right now it's $1,200 for the year. Initially, the proposed increase was to $1,400, so $200. This would be, with the amendment, would go from $1,200 to $1,260. So it'd be an increase of $60, right? So 720, right, would be $756, right? 1,100, if you're just going down the agenda, would be 1,155, right? Do you want me to go through every number?
No, I mean, it's
I mean,
ballpark
just
what it is.
to give you an idea, right? 1,200 is the most expensive of all of the options.
Yeah, I mean, I think what they're asking is about is what's the net impact to the assessed rate, right? Which I don't think we know.
Yeah, we're not going to know that.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to, just a suggestion, can't you table it as
gonna
amended
say,
and save
can
it for
we table it and
you
see?
could have a committee, you have the finance committee meeting
Yes.
and then deliberate then with the full picture? It's up to you guys. I don't really, but honestly, like, again, like I said, it's coming out of pockets one way or the other, right?
Yeah.
So you guys, it's gonna get funded, it's just, does it get funded with the fees or does it get funded with the taxes?
Can I just say,
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely hear what Councilman Johnson is saying. That's why I wanted to maybe lower it a little bit, but that might be too, like, it may affect really what's going to hit, everyone as a taxpayer. So if we could table it and then maybe,
I'm not opposed to tabling it, but what I will say is that we approved as amended, everything else stayed the same. So I don't know how major or how dynamic as it's being said. And we could do a cross analysis of both fees and we could do the deductible. I'm certain it's not to the point of that drastic, because basically we approved everything else. We didn't shrink anything else but that.
right, but if the after-school program has the most kids, and now instead of 200 per child, it's going to be 60.
We
It
could have
could-
left it the same and just voted it down, and I just would have been the only no. That was fine, too.
And this is taking place in September, correct?
So there's
Well, the change in fees, particularly for the after-school program, would be effective for the September, the 25, 26, because the after-school program runs on a school year.
Right.
It doesn't run on, right, if you move to town and you register your kid now, you're not going to, if say all these fees got approved, you're not going to be in the same program as somebody who registered last year and be paying a higher rate, right? It's based on the cycle for the program. If I'm going to make a suggestion here, because I believe there's other amendments to this ordinance.
Yes.
That we've been discussing amongst some of the council members. What might be the cleaner option, if the governing body is thinking of tabling it, is just voting it down
And you could
And I
introduce
I can bring you guys back a clean ordinance.
Yeah.
Okay.
With some of the other items that are incorporated, because from a clerk's perspective, what's very messy is you bring back an ordinance, but then we're potentially doing another ordinance on top of it.
Yeah.
And candidly, when I'm writing the ordinance, I don't know what I'm amending.
Right.
Because if you adopt something,
That's good.
I don't know the language we're amending.
And that'll give us time to have discussion and everything as
So
well.
my administrative recommendation would just be to vote it down, not on a policy basis, but just on a, let's take a step back, take a look at it, get everything everybody wants, and then come back, and if you guys still vote it down, it's your prerogative, but it's just easier to understand what we're looking at.
I think
Okay.
that sounds fair.
Okey doke. Call the roll.
Councilman Petrosky.
No.
Councilman Johnson.
Yes.
Councilman Signorello.
No.
Councilman Rabina.
No.
Councilwoman Lyons.
No.
4 votes in the negative, 1 in the positive. The ordinance is not agreed to.
Okay.
Introduced.
All matters listed with an asterisk are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the governing body so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of the general orders. Please read all resolutions by title.
Yes, Mayor. Resolution 9725 is authorizing the Borough Clerk to auction unclaimed vehicles. Resolution 9825 is authorizing certain appropriation transfers. Resolution 9925 is appointing Derek Diaz Jr. to the position of Parking Enforcement Officer. Resolution 125 is appointing Jason Diaz to the position of Parking Enforcement Officer. Resolution 10225 is accepting the resignation of Christopher Noreen from the position of Parking Enforcement Officer. Resolution 10325 is awarding a professional services contract to Colliers Engineering and Design for professional engineering and environmental services associated with a preliminary environmental assessment of Block 910, Lot 8 of the municipal tax map, commonly known as 31 East Westfield Avenue, in connection with and support of the borough's prospective acquisition thereof in an amount not to exceed $12,000. And Resolution 10425 is amending Resolution 4525 entitled Reappointing John V. Zimmerman to the position of Class 2 Special Law Enforcement Officer within the Roselle Park Police Department to correct the weekly authorized hours of work.
We pulling anything? Okay. Nobody wants anything removed? Okay. We have a motion to approve resolutions remaining on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Reports of departments, committees, Councilman Signorello.
Short and sweet, just attended the, at the Casano Center, the St. Patrick's Day festivities, and it was a nice crowd, and I had to do an Irish exit and leave and go somewhere, so I don't know if anybody's ever heard that, but it seemed like it was a nice crowd, and the corned beef smelled good. I didn't get to, I was dying for a little bit, but I had to go be somewhere else. So other than that, if you have any issues, questions, please don't hesitate to call me. That is the end of my report.
Thank you. Councilman Johnson.
Oh. Yeah, switching up the order, man. Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, residents, mayor, council. First, I want to go over a couple of community events and engagement that I participated in. I had the great opportunity on March 6th to volunteer and assist in the 2025 Mental Marathon at Rahway Recreational Center. It was an incredible day filled with energy, enthusiasm, and intelligence from the talented and gifted fourth graders from Roselle Park that represented us, as well as the other schools in Union County. They basically put all the kids, they mixed them up, so it wasn't like Roselle Park against Rahway, or they just blended all the children together, and they got opportunity to meet one another and to do challenging things, and I just was truly inspired. I just wanted to say to the future leaders, keep up the good work. That's not an easy program, and they actually challenged the kids, so it was amazing. I also had the opportunity to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. I had the pleasure of attending the St. Patrick's Day festivities at Dallins with Jay Rabina, who I bumped into, a councilman, and bar and restaurant. Also, I had the opportunity to attend American Legion's Post 60. I just wanted to thank the elected officials that came out and showed support. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Joe P., as always. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, all of you guys. I appreciate you guys for coming. Both events were successful and filled with community spirit. A special thank you to all of you guys. I already said that, so appreciate you guys. The next upcoming event is the CPR, free CPR, Putting Life First event. A reminder to the community, it will take place Saturday, March 29th, 2025, from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Casano Center. This is an important event that will provide life-saving CPR training. I just wanted to give a special kudos and shout out to Kim from the Garwood First Aid Squad. And I also appreciate the chief for sending also an officer that will help assist. We also going to have refreshments, sandwiches provided by Lee's Dairy, and costs will be covered by the Greg Johnson Civic Association. So thank you guys for signing up. We had an overwhelming number of people, so of course the window was closed and we couldn't get to everyone, but we expand as much as possible. Public safety and legislative updates. Scheduling, I have plans on scheduling a public safety event between April 21st to April 30th as the public administrative chair. I'm looking forward to Andrew, the chief of police, and the public safety committee members to come together soon. More details will follow. Also, we're going to also propose a disability and veterans incentive for parents and guardians who are disabled veterans with service connections ratings to help out with these. I want to help these veterans. I want to create more incentives and more initiatives. I don't want to just be here just saying we support the veterans. I want to actually put forth great initiatives for the veterans. So this is an opportunity. This is something that we control, and I hope that I will be able to get the rest of the governing body support. We're also going to do some changes to the legislation. Sponsorship requirements are going to change to further strengthen transparency, accountability, and collaboration between department heads and committees. I'm requesting amendments to this transparency ordinance. There will be more details to follow once the ordinance is done. We're currently drafting it, me and Andrew, as we speak. Community and business initiatives, sponsorship opportunities. I just wanted to make an announcement, and I'm hoping Jay could probably help me on this. Roselle Park is having their first multicultural and heritage event in May. We want to ask businesses or that if any of you guys want to be a part of sponsoring or to enhance this experience, we have plans on doing a few live bands. We're going to diversify it, so, and every year we're going to try to do that. Please reach out to Director Shaw at the Casano Center or myself. Other than that, if you need to get in contact with me, please contact me at gjohnson@rosellepark.net, or you can call me at 908-303-1519. And Mayor, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Ostrowski.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I want to send my condolences out to Michael Sengler, Edwin Madowski, Elder Infante, and Anthony Shepis. He was a year older than you, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was fireman?
His father was the fire chief.
Okay. Okay, my condolences go out to them. And on March 8th, I attended the Casano Center corned beef and cabbage. Again, Ruben, great job. It was a good turnout. And I want to thank the diner, Sunrise Diner, for donating the food and everything. So it was a good turnout. Thank you. March 10th was a budget session and everything, and we're getting there. Right, Ken? We're getting there. So on the 12th, recreation meeting, we're getting ready for the Easter egg hunt. I believe it's now moved to the 19th. Correct. April 19th, and it'll be at the high school. Correct. Okay. Forms will go out like that. On the 17th, I attended the Historical Society meeting. And then I went to the American Legion, Post 60, and had some corned beef and cabbage and everything. And I thank the veterans for doing that. Good turnout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
good, too.
Yeah. Again, I want to thank all the business agents and the workers from the union that came down and helped out. Like I said, we'd like to fix that place up and everything. And it's almost 100 years old, so we'd like to,
Looking good.
yeah. Just to let everyone know, on April 9th, there will be a fundraiser at Dowlings for the Historical Society, where they get 10% of the cut, okay? I want to congratulate Tina on a well job. Thank you for all you did. Little League, basketball, you name it, you were always involved with everything, so thank you. And congratulations to Officer Wilson for being sworn in today as a police officer. If you need to contact me, get me at jpetrosky@rosellepark.net, 908-666-7821. And that's my report, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Lyons?
Good evening, Mayor and Council and Roselle Park. On March 7th, I was able to read to the third graders for Read Across America, and it was awesome, and they were screaming at the end, and it was wonderful. But they were very inspired and even more connected in their own classroom, and that was really awesome. On March 8th, I also attended the St. Patrick's Day at the Cassano Center, and that was just great to see. And excuse me. It was just a packed house, and we had music and dancing and lots of food, and I even brought biscotti, and thank you, Councilman Greg, to help me pass that out. I also started the Roselle Park Walking Club on March 11th. It was a beautiful day, and then it was winter the next day, so I stopped it. But I will resume once the weather is really consistent. Again, I just want to say congratulations to all the women and to Tina as Woman of the Year, Tina Schwartz, and you guys are definitely an inspiration. I'm happy that we were able to connect tonight and look forward to more in the future. And I just wanted to actually announce that the Women's Month celebration that I normally do each year, I didn't do it yet. I usually do it at the end of March, but Matilda is a play at the high school, and I just didn't want to do it and then have people I'd rather have it support Matilda, and then we're going to maybe do something in the spring. So to all the women in Roselle Park, definitely keep an eye open to save the date. April 5th is Meet the Borough at the Cassano Center, so definitely come out. If you're new to the town, we definitely want to meet you, and we'll be inviting you as well. And then April 12th is our spring cleanup. But I actually have the Roselle Park, my Roselle Park app. There's a little plug for that, but I have to see if it's updated. If not, I will get to that. Thank you so much. If you need me, 908-726-8773 or rlyons@rosellepark.net. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Urbina?
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Roselle Park. Good evening, Mayor and colleagues. On the 8th, I had the pleasure of attending St. Patrick's celebration at the Cassano Center, of course, with several of my colleagues, as they just mentioned. A big thank you to Director Shaw for organizing the event, Sunrise Diner, a chamber member, for donating the delicious food, and Joe Caroselli's Masterpiece Orchestra for an incredible performance. My 2-year-old son even got up to dance, and more surprisingly, my teenage daughter. It was a lot of fun, and thank you for capturing the moment, Greg. You sent me those pictures.
I looked cute.
Thank you. Thank you. Continuing with the St. Patrick's Day theme, my wife and I visited Dowlings this past Saturday to celebrate Mark Dowling being named Union County Marshal for the parade. It was a fantastic day, and I'm grateful that Russ, Mark, Barry, and their families chose to buy, renovate, and grow their business right here in Roselle Park. Businesses like Dowlings not only boost the local economy, but also draw attention to other downtown favorites like Costa's, Park Elite Boxing, Blooming Flowers, Just Jubilant, and Roselle Park Wines and Spirits. Afterwards, we stopped by Park Ice Cream, which recently invested in the neighboring property, which was formerly Art XO, that will soon open as Park Signature Suite. Owned by a family in the 5th Ward, they'll be hosting a free ice cream social this Sunday, March 23rd, from 1 to 3. They'll host games, karaoke, music, and prizes. I love seeing families investing here in town and even more giving back to the community. I'm also hoping that they join the chamber soon. On Monday, I attended the American Legion St. Patrick's Day celebration. I'd like to say thank you to Commander Verdun and Councilman Johnson for the invitation and the warm hospitality. If you haven't visited Post 60 yet, I highly recommend it. Whether it's for a drink, a conversation, or to book a venue for an event, it's a great place to support our veterans and their families. Later that evening, I attended the Municipal Land Use Board meeting where we approved Ordinance 2808 without changes, increasing the affordable housing set-aside requirement for residential development from 15% to 20%. This ordinance, proposed by Councilman Johnson and supported unanimously by both bodies, reflects our commitment to expanding affordable housing options here in Roselle Park. Last week, I joined the NJ Trails Action Network meeting where we discussed the potential impact of federal funding cuts on trails and greenways. Trails aren't just for recreation. They connect neighborhoods, parks, schools, and businesses while improving safety by reducing conflicts between pedestrians, bicyclists, and vehicles. Next week, I'll be attending the New Jersey Bike and Walk Coalition Summit in Princeton to explore additional funding sources and improve trail planning and design. This work matters because trails promote health, safety, and connectivity in our town. After 2 years of advocacy, we finally got the modified LED beacon installed at Jerome Street and Route 28 from NJDOT. This was a request I made after Councilman Signorello and I witnessed an elderly woman nearly being hit while crossing legally on Westfield Avenue during Lidio's grand opening. Thanks to at-large Signorello and for Borough Administrator Casais for their support and for the countless follow-up emails and calls with our state partners. Thank you, Andrew. Countless. Safety is a two-way street. Drivers, bicyclists, and pedestrians all need to do their part. A few seconds to wait or let someone cross isn't the end of the world. More infrastructure news. There's more progress also underway at Boy Scout Park in the 5th Ward, with surface prep currently being completed. Mayor Signorello, thank you for making this vision a reality. I appreciate your support. Ken, you too. The funding, and the positive impact that this will have not just for the 5th and 4th Ward residents, but for the community as a whole. I wanted to say, on a national level, many of us are grappling with uncertainty and division, yet I remain filled with American resolve. Despite our differences, we witnessed a powerful moment of unity this week when American astronauts Sonny Williams and Butch Wilmore safely returned from a 9-month mission in space. It served as a reminder that, at our core, we're all rooting for America. We hold the power to harm or heal, to blame or to solve, to divide or unite. So let's think about that for a little bit. And on to save the dates. What a transition, huh? Wednesday, March 26th, the free Tri-Chamber Social at Echo Tap and Grill in Mountainside for Chamber of Commerce members. Saturday, April 5th, the Meet the Borough event at the Cassano Center. If you're new to the 5th Ward, please stop by and share any neighborhood concerns with me. Even if you're not, come on by. Saturday, April 12th is the spring cleanup from 10 a.m. to noon, meeting up at the Cassano Center. Saturday, April 26th is Celebrate Trails Day. Union County Connects is planning an 11 a.m. meetup at Sun Tavern. They'll be hosting a litter cleanup and a trail walk along the Rahway Valley Railroad. Tentative ribbon cutting at Boy Scout Park at 12:30 p.m. Saturday, May 3rd, we're hosting our annual Tour de Roselle Park bike event with May 4th set as rain date. 5th Ward, as you know, I'm always here for you. Please don't hesitate to reach out via call, text, email. I can be reached jrubine@rosellepark.net, 862-236-0019. Mayor, Roselle Park. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. I really have nothing to report. I do want to echo on what Jay had to say. I think there's a lot of uncertainty going on right now, and I think we faced a lot of this during COVID, when there was a lack of clarity, a lack of leadership, changing views every day. And I think this is the time when we really need to rely on local government. So what I need to say is we're here for you, right? And we will be here for you. State of New Jersey, there are services. County of Union, there are services. Roselle Park, there are services. And in times of uncertainty at the macro level, you should be able to rely on your local partners. So rest assured that we spend sleepless nights like you, making sure that we're there for you, and we'll try to continue to be there for you. So Mayor Sig at rosellepark.net, if you have any comments, questions, complaints, or compliments. be nice every once in a while. Thank you. Thank you very much. Somebody give me some flowers. Come on. Oh, true. I mean, metaphorical flowers, but I'll take those too. May I have a motion to open the public portion on any subject? Bless you.
Thank you.
Second.
So,
All in favor?
Aye.
If anyone want to come and speak on any subject matter, you may do so now. Mike, we've seen it. Okay.
You're not tired of seeing it, I hope.
I think it's lovely. I just,
Enough is enough?
no, I don't know. We see it. We get it. We don't want you hurting yourself carrying it. It's got sharp edges.
Well, you know how much it's Michael Ryan from 515 Locust Street. And, this is a very important project for Roselle Park. As far as I'm concerned, it is, this is going to be something that is going to stand out in our community for the next 100, possibly 200 years. And that's really something to digest. This is, this is not like any of the other developments or projects that have been built in Roselle Park. Those are pancake buildings. This is a completely different type of design. And I want to point out some of the features about it, particularly about how the building integrates with the Lincoln Avenue, Filbert Street neighborhood. And the two most prominent features are the courtyards and subterranean parking. The courtyards are, the idea of the building broken up is just gives the public so much more, openness, and compared to a pancake building, which is the alternative to this, you would have along Lincoln Avenue an entire wall that was that's everybody on that street would be looking at. In this case here, you just picture driving. This is Filbert Street, right here. Picture coming down Filbert Street and looking into that courtyard, through the courtyard over to the train station. That is a very inviting aspect of this. I know you're not close enough to the model, but if you notice, besides that, there's this terrace planters along the building. Those planters are designed, and this is how much thought we put into this. These houses down on the west on Lincoln Avenue, they are on a higher terrain, and their front yards are terraces. This terrace continues that same look all the way down to the train station. Another thing that differentiates this from any other development is for instance, the fact that we have the subterranean parking allows us to put front porches on the corners of the buildings. There's no other building that has done anything like that. Besides the front porches, there's the entrances to the buildings and the courtyards. My intention is to make those trellises that we're going to plant wisteria. I don't know if you know wisteria, but it's a beautiful, fragrant flower, blossoms in the spring, early summer, be beautifully fragrant, and in the wintertime, wisteria is a very thick vine plant. So these trellises would be covered with thick vines even when there weren't flowers on them. It's a very beautiful plant. The terrace, in addition to continuing the elevation of Lincoln Avenue, the terrace hides the subterranean parking. Those terraces will be planted with,
Sorry, Mike. Mike, it's a lovely project. I personally want to see a project happen there. You know this. And I've been publicly supportive of it, privately supportive of it. I know we're kind of going to, working on the plan. I would highly suggest, I know the values of it. You don't have to sell me on it. I think there are members of the council here that see the value of it. I need 3 votes.
I know.
You know, I think some of the council people that have reservations about it, I would highly, highly suggest that, rather than this setting, which you're more than intended to do, and I know it's well-intentioned, and I know your heart's in the right place, and I know you bleed for Roselle Park, I would highly suggest you meet one-on-one with those folks that have skepticism to try and see if there is any middle ground to get the project going forward. Because the numbers are the numbers. There's one rule of politics, you got to know how to count.
well, I want to do that, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope I have the opportunity to speak with everyone individually,
Yeah.
because there is a lot more to say about this.
Yeah, I got to cut you off, but if they're willing to meet, they're all available, and I'll let you guys do your thing. Anybody else?
Thank you, Mayor.
Yep. Okay. I'm seeing no one. May I have a motion to close on any subject matter?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
May I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Got a little funky towards the end, but still pretty tight. An hour and 15?
I will.